And go, says producer Bruce. That means we're live from Misippo Drive on a Monday. And when producer Bruce says go, you go. Ain't that right, Big Bro? We got Big Bro back in the saddle all the way in Chile. We missed you last week, man. It wasn't all your fault. We'll take equal parts of the blame. I hope you enjoyed the solo session that we put on Friday. Thank you for participating. I got to ask, what was it like on the other end of that? What was it like being a viewer and not a host?
It sucked. I wanted to be in there. You're rapping with my bro, man. Telling you how wrong you are about certain things, and just giving a different point of view, which is what this show is all about, which is really cool. But no, dude, you knocked it down, dude. You did well, dude. And yes, there's no fault involved. It's just life. That's all.
Life happens.
We love to fault things these days, and it's understandable, dude, with the way things are going these days. But sometimes it's just life, dude, and everything worked out well, dude. So you did fantastic, bro, man. It was cool listening to you. Cool getting you get off some steam, dude, which is nice, and get going, man. But welcome back, myself, dude, which is cool to in Santiago, Chile, and Mahalo Mondays, dude, as
yes.
my bros might say.
Thank you. Mahalo Mondays, indeed. It rhymes, it flows, it goes. Double M's, which we like on this show, right? And why Mahalo Monday? Why would I be triggering anything Hawaiian today, Big Bro? Any thoughts?
Let's see, man. Record rainfall in Hawaii. Islands underwater, not really, but close. And that's got to be the scariest thing for Hawaiians, right? I mean, you could literally be underwater someday, dude. I know they have volcanoes are really tall and all this kind of stuff, but no one's gonna climb up a volcano if the ocean starts rising that much. So, anyways, dude, that's like the bear chasing my little bro in his dream, dude. That's their nightmare, right, dude?
Oh, man, I've had some weird dreams lately.
Keeps coming up.
No bears. No bears.
Up. Yep. And yes, dude. And we won't talk about the bears, but yeah. But I think that has something to do with that. Maybe why you're wearing a Mahalo Monday, dude. What's up?
I'm bringing you Mahalo Mondays. I'm wearing this shirt. I wanted to say it's been 1 year since your little bro arrived on the big island in Hawaii and met up with you, sir. And
is it 1 year today?
1 year, yes. 1 year yesterday. So for casting purposes, 1 year today. I arrived on a 12/12/20 and stayed there until 12/26. You were completing your 100+ day stay on the Big Island. Talk about a moment in time. We'll be quick, but any highlights, takeaways for you when you think back
come
to that
on,
trip?
Man. That was something that we will never forget. And not only that, man, dude, jumping off the end of the world, dude, with you, man, on that freaking video, man, at Land's End, is got to be the highlight of the experience, where there was many great times, man. We got to spend great times together as brothers, dude. First time in our lifetime, really. Solo, dude, just hanging out together, taking in life, talking about life, and doing life. Getting in the Jeep and doing life. And that was the most important, dude. I had a ball, dude. As you can see, we got to bring that video up again that you made.
Yes,
with
it is on the Instagram page, friends. You'll find it. It's our cliff jumping from South Point, right?
Yes.
In Hawaii,
yes.
The southernmost point in the U.S. continental states, correct?
There you go. Yes.
All right. So Big Bro and I did some epic cliff jumping. We drove the Jeep around the whole damn island. We covered all 19 microclimates that make the Big Island. We stayed in Kona. It was a great spot, walking distance to downtown. Thank you, bro, for the Outrigger Resort. I'll always be grateful for that. And then I concluded the trip with a little visit to Kilauea, which was active. We started that thing up again. Too much energy in the air. So,
dude, there was man, and to see you just styling and profiling out in Hawaii, bro. Good times for your bro to check that out.
And speaking of seismic weather, we don't cover the weather too often here, but it deserves to be said. Prayers up, many thoughts to the central parts of America, Midwest, Kentucky, especially Kentucky. Some of these images coming out of here, the drone footage, it's beyond horrific. It's something you couldn't even make up in a movie. I don't even know where you begin with something like that. And yes, we might be waiting for a big earthquake in California one day, but Lord, thank you, I'm not in any tornado alleys, correct? Whew. So
Or Hurricane Alley's you're not in, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
if there's not one natural disaster, it's another, right?
Oh
So,
boy,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
you
So
live in New Orleans, or you live in Kentucky, or you live in California, you live down here in Chile, dude. I mean, Chile is earthquake central itself, dude. So, I mean, you just go and live life, dude. But God, those people, man, I feel for them, dude. God, that devastation was just, I mean, eye-popping, dude. I'm like, what? That does not look like anything like we've seen in a twister, dude. And it just goes to say, man, everything we are seeing in life these days is an extreme. Everything. And it's just prayers up, like you said, man. And those families, man, hey, do it. I saw a great clip of a guy that drove like 20 miles and brought a barbecue. Okay, this is today. Brought a barbecue and some water and said, hey, you know what? I'm not from here, but these people need some help. They don't have any electricity, obviously, nothing. I just figured I'd bring a barbecue, bring a bunch of food and water, and hand it out. And I'm like, dude, that's the human spirit right there, man. I love that, man. And that's all you can do, man, is hope that another one doesn't hit anytime soon, man. That's just total devastation, bro. Damn.
I am certain that I wouldn't know where to begin picking up the pieces, literally,
No.
whether it's your own house or the community. But I will say the human spirit is a good start, a good human spirit. Because, man, there's very few times that your brother ever gives up on anything and would give up on anything. But, man, that's a helpless feeling. Where do you even, I can't imagine trying to find a photo album after it was blown
No,
maybe
dude, you're
miles
not
away.
looking for that.
Jeez.
No,
Yeah, you're looking for
you're
your
looking
dog.
for yeah, you're looking for anything of like big time importance, dude. Anything that
Yes.
you can salvage. But anyways, I don't really know what I'm looking for because I've never been in that situation, luckily. But I'll tell you what, man, I feel for those people, man, and may you get restored as much as you can as soon as you can, man. That's all you can do.
So
Yeah.
prayers up to Kentucky and all those affected. Getting to today's topics, we got NFL Week 14 recap. The Raiders are really bad. The Jaguars are really bad. The 49ers pulled one out. We're going to talk all about it. And I got a couple individual accolades that deserve notice from Week 14 NFL action before we preview a little bit of Monday Night Football. Our favorite quarterback, Kyler Murray, going up against the Rams in a pivotal matchup. Absolutely. Cardinals put that one away. They might be coasting the rest of the year. If the Rams win it, we might be having a different conversation on Thursday. Also, Steph Curry watch was in full effect. We didn't see any Curry flurries. We'll tell you exactly why and give some serious praise to a Philadelphia 76er along the way. And then the Heisman Trophy got awarded over the weekend. Some very notable candidates for very notable reasons. We'll get to all of that. And then Chad's got something off the ball, maybe in the F1 world. We'll squeeze that in. And for the first time, we're on a timer, folks. I got 29 minutes until we got to get to our send out. We're going hard 40.
Make you cut off your thought process, dude. This is going to be a what do you call it, man? A lesson in futility, maybe, dude. We're going to make Mark cut himself off on his thought process because he's got that big brain that wants to tell you so much and is so full of info. But we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, dude. You got 28 minutes, dude. You better hit it. What do you got?
Dang, here we go. Yes, so as I watched another NFL Sunday, you pointed it out, Chad. There was some really, really bad teams. The Jaguars. I think we started our Urban Meyer countdown many weeks ago. But did you have on your bingo cards that Michael Strahan would go to fucking space before the Jaguars got 3 wins? Because if you did, you're correct, sir. So,
man, no, I did not have that. I did not have that. I have Urban Meyer not finishing the season because he's going to continue to make himself freaking just a late night comedy target, dude. This guy is not fit for the NFL game, not fit to be a pro coach. He needs to go back to college where he can mess with those 18-year-old kids and fill their minds with rah, rah, roo, rah, whatever, man. We're going to knock their teeth out, which the adults don't take anymore, dude. So that being said, and all the stuff going on behind the scenes, dude, it's like some ugly. You know what I noticed, though, dude? I just saw, I'm like, are you serious? That guy's still around? Look who the GM is, dude. I'm like, that guy got another job after the trailer trash park that happened in San Francisco, dude, the dumpster fire. He actually got another job. It makes me think this owner you always look at the top, start at the top. And I have a feeling this owner is not a very good judge of people. He might be a good judge of finances, not a good judge of people. Look who he's hired.
And that would be the Khan family, who I have a lot of love for because they're the upstart behind the financial backing behind All Elite Wrestling. I won't spend any time getting into that, but they have a better wrestling promotion than they do a football promotion. And let's just leave it at that. The Jaguars franchise, very toxic, from Trent Baalke all the way down to Urban Meyer and all of his loser assistants. Moving on, Chad, some bad teams, some really bad teams that we're just going to forget all about, right? The Jaguars, the Giants, maybe the Jets, sorry. But
the
Chad, the Texans, yeah, barely a blip on the old
radar. They are horrible. Horrible.
We every week we try to say things we do know about the NFL, and then we admit things we don't know, and we always say it's a week-to-week thing. 24 teams have 6 wins or more at this point. 24 teams have 6 wins or more. 13 of them are in the AFC. Talk about just that middle water. Talk about that muddy, just mediocrity mud. Let's just call it that. Lots of that going on as a team like the Niners is trying to separate. They had a big win yesterday. Not an easy matchup on the road in Cincinnati. Really not. No. And, hey, man, they left it on the shoulders of George Kittle. Hey, diddle, diddle, George Kittle down the middle. Before Brandon Ayuk punched in the difference-making touchdown in overtime. But George Kittle has 332 yards receiving the last 2 weeks, 3 touchdowns. Both numbers lead the NFL. I'll say it again. When you give the ball to Kittle, good things happen, huh, 49er fans?
Ain't no doubt about that. You ask any 49er fan, they're going, finally! Finally! And they're getting the ball to Kittle because he's always open. He's like Travis Kelce, but better. When he's on, dude. And so, you got to find him. You got to give him the ball. I got to give some credit to Jimmy G. I watched some highlights, dude. Saw some good, he got some protection up front. That's important for Jimmy G. And so he got to look at a few receivers, checked down a couple times, looked over to his left, found Kittle for that big touchdown, man, over in the corner I saw. So that was awesome, man. And, hey, congrats on the Niners. The Niners are on the cusp, dude. They're trying. They're a little bit above average, but they're not quite there yet. I don't know what their schedule looks like the next few games. I should probably know that, but the point is that they are on the cusp and they're gonna make some noise because they're too talented, dude. Like I said a few weeks ago, when they beat the Rams on Monday night, they saved their season. They did it again, and hopefully they can get a little run going, dude, because it looks like that the Cardinals are the elite class of that NFC West, and we're gonna find that out tonight, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Kyler Murray play, dude. I haven't seen him play yet live, not live, like on TV. So long story short, dude, should be a good time, man. And congrats to the Niners, dude. Sharma, you can breathe. Take a breath, bro. Take a breath.
Well, speaking of immensely talented players like George Kittle, how about the name Micah Parsons? Does that ring a bell for you?
Micah Parsons, isn't he that cowboy defender that just flattened poor Hanky, dude? I think Hanky is not going to be feeling too good today, if I'm correct.
He flattened him a number of times.
Nasty. Michigan State, right? Michigan State?
Penn State, linebacker you. So, yeah. And the LeVar Arrington, memories come to mind when you think of a Penn State linebacker, Paul Posluszny, not quite as athletically gifted as LeVar. But Micah Parsons is doing it all. He's basically got Defensive Rookie of the Year wrapped up so much that they're talking about him for Defensive Player of the Year. Chad, this is what I told you earlier in the year that's different about the Cowboys this year. I did threaten that I'd get a tattoo if they didn't seal up the division. Thank goodness they had another big win yesterday on my other brother Matt's birthday. Noted Cowboy fan. Happy birthday, Matt, 52 years old.
Happy birthday, Matt.
The Cowboys have real playmakers on defense, and it's been a while since we could say that. They have Trayvon Diggs leading the league in interceptions, touchdowns, all the like. Micah Parsons with another forced fumble, another 2 sacks. Let me just say they have plenty on offense, and now they have enough on defense. The Cowboys are a pretty good team. I believe they notched their 9th win yesterday.
Oh, they are a pretty good team. I still don't trust them because they lost to the Raiders.
They did lose to the Raiders. Hey, man, speaking of the Raiders, let's just pile the shit on them that they deserve.
Woo,
they kicked off a game in Kansas City at Arrowhead, not a place they performed very well.
Other efforts,
and they went and thought it'd be a great idea to stomp on the logo while they had a team meeting, and they proceeded to follow that by going down 35 points. This is the 3rd time in the last 4 matches at Arrowhead that the Raiders went down 21-0 or worse, okay? And it just reminds me, we won't spend time picking apart the game. There wasn't much to pick apart. They got throttled. They had way less heart. They had way less of an idea with the game plan. But, Chad, I found a tweet that really sums up why I jumped off the Raider bandwagon. Here you go. Carr broke his leg during that 12-4 season on Christmas Eve. They started Connor Cook in a wild card loss, their only playoff loss of this decade or two, Michigan State, followed by the Khalil Mack trade, followed by the Cooper trade, followed by the 2019 collapse. Clelin Ferrell at pick number 4. The whole Antonio Brown situation. Henry Ruggs over CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, the likes. They almost killed Trent Brown. 2020 collapse. Josh Jacobs car crash. John Gruden emails. Henry Ruggs murder. Damon Arnett gun video. And now the collapse this year. It never ends. I had to reply to this tweet, and I said, I jumped off at bullet number 2, the Khalil Mack trade.
Excellent, dude. And we've talked about this as former fans of the Raiders, dude. And I had to get off that bandwagon years ago, dude. It's toxic, it's nasty, and not only that, dude. Just the Gruden-esque thinking back there is just so rudimentary in a very complicated now game, and it's just. How do I say, man? They are embarrassing. They are embarrassing. Look at their owner, dude. Once he took over the team, I can't even look at that guy and think that's competency. No, dude, that guy's going to get that team taken from him. If you get in bed with Vegas, you never get out of bed, period, without a horse's head next to you. Okay, so that's what's going to happen with Mark Davis. They're going to grab that team eventually. Believe it. MGM Raiders is going to be, or the Aria Raiders, or the Sands Hotel Raiders, you name it. It'll happen. You watch. And then, so anyways, the Raiders are dumpster fire, dude. They have been the epitome of dysfunction. And so don't waste your time on them. Laugh at them, because I have a great time. I got to turn on I turned on the Raider game halfway through after I was done watching some baseball down here in Santiago, dude. Found a Venezuelan league that we need to talk about. Great, excellent baseball on a very dirt field, man. It was crazy. But anyways, came back. I turned on, it's 35-0. Not going, and then I watched the Raiders kick a field goal before half.
Oh, that was laying down.
Yes, that is the best Raider thing ever, dude. 35-0, and you kick a field goal. Thank you.
Oh yeah, warm up the buses right at that moment. Pretty
but,
despicable.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, there's one thing I want to mention about them stomping on the signal. You know, I used to love all that stuff. I get crazy in the bar beforehand and all this kind of stuff against the Chiefs fans. But, dude, you only do that if you're good, okay? You only do that if you're good. What the hell were they thinking, dude? Seriously.
Well,
I'm glad the Chiefs bitch slapped them, dude.
I knew I shouldn't have gotten Chad going on hating on the Raiders. The only thing the Raiders accomplished besides embarrassing themselves in Kansas City was they escaped the game with what we call NFL scoregamis. It was the 2000th unique score in NFL history. There had never been a 48-9 game. So congrats, Raiders. Thank you for that field goal, for giving us that unique box score. So from moving on, one other note, home teams this year overall are 101 and 103. Away teams are winning more games in football this year. Anyways, 2 quarterbacks that are the greatest to ever do it, and 1 younger quarterback that might be one of the best doing it right now. We'll start with him. Justin Herbert led the Chargers to a big win yesterday. The kid's got a cannon of an arm. I don't know if you saw the highlight of him throwing on the run, taking a hit, 55 yards in the air, beautiful pass. It was the kid's 19th touchdown of 20 or more yards. Derek Carr could put that in his pipe and smoke it. And then lastly, Tom Brady is number 1 in the NFL in everything. Old man Tom, 44 years young, leads the NFL in pass attempts, pass completions, pass yards, pass touchdowns, QBR, wins, sack percentage, his grade from Pro Football Focus, and he's leading the MVP race. I just had to note it, and of course, only Tom. So
Tom Brady is Tom Brady, bro. One of the greatest, if not one of the greatest quarterbacks of our times, dude.
And we need to update the Chicago Bears Wikipedia page once again. Aaron Rodgers owned them again. He threw for 4 touchdowns against them for the 7th time in his career. That's an NFL record. Aaron Rodgers has thrown 17 touchdowns against the Bears over 6 games, 0 interceptions, all wins. So if you are
like against the Bears,
if you are Robert Quinn on the Bears, number 94, and you sack Aaron Rodgers in the second quarter and you do the discount double check, just a reminder, Robert Quinn, you're 0-8 in your career against Aaron Rodgers. So the greatest are the greatest, aren't they? Unless we got something from the chat line, that concludes our NFL recap. We would go into depth to preview the Rams-Cardinals, but we're just going to say watch it. We'll talk about it on Thursday. Chad, do watch Kyler Murray go to work. Watch how shifty he is and why I believe he's the Allen Iverson of quarterbacks. The way
Ooh, I like that. I'll check it out, man. Definitely. I'm looking forward to watching Kyler, dude. Most definitely.
There you go. Now, from the watch we put on over the weekend, we're all excited for the 76ers Warriors game that Steph Curry had a chance to break the all-time record. Came out
hard to watch this game.
Second game in a row, he came out not so hot. Is he feeling the pressure? Did he want to break the record in front of his brother? No need to nitpick that. I just want to say, Matisse Thybulle is that bull, as they would say on the East Coast. He held Curry to 2 of 13 shooting from the field, 1 of 9 from three-point range, became the first player in history to block a Curry shot twice in one game.
Hey, man, that's called doing your homework. Okay, he's been watching a lot of video and doing what Curry does. Now, Curry will adjust. He's what the best do. But also, man, I watched that game, a lot of it. And the Warriors missed a lot of open shots, bro. And I mean a lot. It was very uncharacteristic. They still only gave up less than 110 points, I think it was. Like 106, 105, something like that. And when the Warriors do that, they're still playing good D. So I'm not worried about that loss. The shots just didn't go down. But also, you have to give credit where it's due. And that defense played Curry well, very well. But the other guys just didn't pick it up. So they just slacked off Wiggins. They slacked off, Poole went off for a little bit, but not too much. His shooting percentage wasn't great still. So they just missed a lot of open shots. Otto Porter Jr., all these guys. So, I mean, I would say yes, dude. What's his name? Matisse? No,
Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah, I say Madison because I used to play baseball with a guy named Madison. Anyways, long story short, dude, Thybulle, man, yes, he played well. He did his homework, man. Congratulations. And maybe they'll see him later on in the playoffs. That'd be cool.
Well, it becomes one of those matchups we've seen in the past playoffs, whether it's Pat Beverly being sent at Curry to be a disturber, Matthew Dellavedova just hustling all over the place and living in your hip pocket kind of guy. The Raptors and the Blazers send multiple bodies at Curry with like a box and one and that sort of frustration. He usually figures it out over the course of a 7-game series, typically. However, worth noting that Thybulle matchup could be a problem. No different than the Phoenix Suns game in Phoenix when Mikal Bridges had success defending Curry, just being all over him. Talk about personal motivation. Hey, kid, we're trusting you to defend Steph Curry tonight. Go get him.
Yeah, have fun with that, dude. So, welcome to the big leagues, baby.
As all NBA fans are on the Curry watch as of right now, we're waiting for a piece of history where he will become the all-time greatest three-point shooter. How about this, Bay Area fans? How about these couple blessings? As Bay Area sports fans, we've gotten to watch the greatest three-point shooter of all time. We got to watch the greatest wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice. Talked about him last episode. And we got to see the home run king right here in San Francisco, Barry Bonds. Say what you want about him, but how blessed are we to have watched this sort of greatness right here in the Bay?
Bay Area sports is freaking #1, dude, around the Bay. I mean, we get to see the most accomplished athletes, dude, period. And I want to talk to you about, you just said we got to talk about Jerry Rice, the greatest receiver ever. Where you compared him to Larry Fitzgerald last week, dude?
I said Larry Fitz is like a bigger body Jerry Rice.
No. He is not a bigger body Jerry Rice, dude. He is a bigger body Larry Fitzgerald. Two different receivers, dude. Okay, excellent in both. They're both excellent, but Rice is a cut above, bro. Sorry.
Of course. Yeah. Rice is #1 clearly, but Larry deserves to be talked about in that conversation. So does Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson. But Larry formed his game the most, in my opinion, after Jerry Rice. I know you love the comparisons, bro. So yes, Curry watch continues. Let me ask you this question: would you rather see him break the all-time record in Indiana or Madison Square Garden?
Oh, man, come on. Biggest stage, biggest players, dude. Always New York, baby. You want to see him in Madison Square Garden, even though New York's quite not like New York anymore, dude, especially after the pandemic and everything going on there. It's not quite have the buzz it used to have, dude, but they'll recover eventually. They always do. Just like San Francisco will. It'll recover eventually, just like it always has. Always gone through bad times, and it will cover. But I would rather see Curry break it in New York, dude, most definitely. Tonight, what's he got? How many? 6, 8? How many?
I believe he needs 8 to break it.
Oh, God, he
7
could
or 8.
definitely do that tonight against Indiana, dude. So I want to see this Miles Bridges kid, too, because they're talking about some crazy trade scenarios, which the Warriors are not going to do, trade Wiseman or freaking Kuminga. These guys are the future, dude. They're not trading them for a Miles Bridges. And I looked at Bridges' stats. I'm like, dude, that's not even close. So I'd like to see what this guy looks like so I can laugh harder at these trade scenarios, dude.
Laugh harder. There you go. Yeah, the Warriors are gonna keep this window open for a very long time on the shoulders of guys like Kuminga, Moody, Wiseman as well. And yes, Klay Thompson coming to a court.
Moody dropped like 30 points in G League the other day.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And so, I mean, these guys are, I mean, can you imagine being drafted by the Warriors with this freaking coaching staff? And Kerr just got named the USA coach, dude, for the Olympics.
Best of the best.
I mean, it's the best coaching staff, period. And you get to learn from Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. What? Dude, you got a leg up on everyone. Those guys are going to be good, real good, dude.
And you didn't even mention Iguodala as well. And heck, man.
Yeah. Throw in Iguodala, who in the background does probably more than all those guys do, dude.
And then Wiggins as solid a season as we've ever seen, really coming into his own as a Warrior. Now, one huge proponent of the G League, he'll tell you himself, Jordan Poole. Anybody? As he continues to rise, hopefully they can sign him to an extension soon, because he's going to be one expensive player when it comes down to it, either next summer or the one after. So we will continue our Curry watch, and we'll hope to be sharing history with you the next time we are here on the MisippBROs Thursday at noon. Chad, do you want to give us some MLB lockout thoughts or updates? Let me know.
No, I don't want to talk about baseball at all. Nothing. All right. I'm wearing a Seattle Kraken hat. Okay, it is freaking hockey season.
Yes, I love it.
Basketball season in my mind.
I had no idea you had a Kraken hat. Where did you pick up
look at
the second newest logo in professional sports in America?
From my ventures up to Seattle this summer, dude, I had to grab one. It was in every freaking store you went in anyway. And got to get the history of the Kraken, and how they came about. And, this is their inaugural season, so I grabbed the lid. And, dude, so I had to it's funny you mention that, because, no, I do not want to talk about baseball on the professional level, because they're making me sick. And so we just won't even talk about it, dude, because I got to watch 8 to 13-year-olds, Venezuelans, play here in Chile all day yesterday, dude, on the dirtiest, hardest dirt field you ever seeing people get hit in the eye with a ball, kids getting up, doesn't matter, sliding into second, doing the chin plant, blood coming down, still playing at age 10. That's why the international game is starting to lap the American game, dude.
Chad's just here so he won't get fined. Thank you, Alex. Yes, we have yet to levy any fines or suspensions against Chad. But let's keep him from going on an MLB profanity-laced rant, and maybe we'll avoid such a decision to be made. Yeah, not a lot to say on the MLB front, other than I wanted to share your sentiment that they are pushing the game further away from itself. They are, what's the word that I want to say? They're doing a disservice to the fans and to the players. And this is the mess that you promised months ago. So we will look for a better update the next time we cover MLB lockout updates. Over the weekend.
Nothing's going to happen until February.
Nothing until February. All right. You heard it here first. We'll see you February, fans. And on Saturday, the Heisman Trophy was awarded. I'll give you the quick 4 candidates and why it was notable for each one. Bryce Young, who would go on to win. He became the first Alabama quarterback ever to win a Heisman. Things that make you go, really? Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see too many Alabama quarterbacks in the NFL, dude. Really
not even Kenny Stabler, So, but like Mac Jones never got up there, and
legit won.
Like Tua didn't win it, right? I think it was taken by his own teammate in the form of Mark Ingram or Devontae Smith, perhaps. Devontae Smith, maybe. That was actually the next year. So anyway, Bryce Young did become the first Alabama quarterback ever to win it. Also in the running, in contention, this man will probably be the #1 pick in football. He's probably going to win the Maxwell Award as well. The defensive end, Aiden Hutchinson from Michigan. Very rare defensive player makes the Heisman finalists. Had he won it, he'd have become the first defensive player winner primarily since 1997. Also a Michigan Wolverine. You know him. You love him.
Desmond Howard.
Charles Woodson. Thank you. All right. Hey, Desmond did win a Heisman, but he wasn't a primary defender.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Kenny Pickett was also in the running, Mr. No Slide. Thank you for that. He would have been the first Pittsburgh player ever since 1976 to win it. And then lastly, C.J. Stroud was aiming to be the first freshman to win the Heisman since 2013. Who was that freshman, Chad? What freshman?
The first freshman to win it since
No,
2013?
I had to look this up.
Was it? Was
It
it
was not
Tebow?
Tebow. No.
Oh, I don't know who it was then.
It
No idea.
was. It was.
Oh, no.
It was our boy Jameis friggin' Winston. I was like, he won a Heisman as a freshman.
We're eating W's. We're going to eat some W's. God, that's horrible, dude. That's
Wow. Well, that was the Heisman race itself. And I just want to say, fans, if you haven't heard of Aiden Hutchinson yet, won't take you too long to find his clips. He leads the NCAA in about everything disruptive from the defensive line, quarterback hits, tackles for losses, sacks, all that. And he made the Ohio State offensive line look like a JV squad when they played and won the Big Ten championship.
Dude.
He looks like Nicky Bosa's body with the motor to match and a kind of a Max Crosby type of motor. This dude's a stud, Aiden Hutchinson.
Wow, man. That's dude, I mean, look at Harbaugh's career. Look Harbaugh's finally got a winning team, man. Finally got a big winning team. The big win over Ohio State makes him, national team now, and now he's got the stud defensive lineman. That's very interesting to me, dude. I wanted to ask you, man, because I haven't got to see him too much. What do you honestly believe about Bryce Young? What do you think? Do you think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback? I don't want to talk about Heisman worthy, none of that kind of stuff. I want to talk about, do you think he equates to the NFL game?
The current game, absolutely yes. Quarterbacks are more and more slight year after year. And when I say slight, I don't mean that they're not strong. It's just more guys look like Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray than ever before. I mean, let's not forget, Drew Brees was a second-round pick simply because he was 6 foot tall on a good day. That's no longer the case. Bryce Young has that somewhat slight build, but he kind of reminds his game. I do think it'll translate to today's NFL, one that you quite simply can't murder the quarterback anymore. Not even close. They're well protected. It's tough to get that shot off.
Only if you're Tyler Hanke can you get murdered.
Well, Max Crosby hit him the week before in Vegas, and they flagged him on a penalty that shouldn't even have been a penalty. It's one of those quarterback hits that he used his body weight to drive him into the ground. Such a subjective call. And that call was never, ever made for a Troy Aikman, a Steve Young, a Joe Montana, a Dan Marino, nowhere in between. Their body weight was driven into the player. Well, yeah, they were trying to kill these dudes in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, they're playing football. They're trying to tackle people. So, I mean, that's where the hypocrisy comes in for the NFL. And we can go all day on the hypocrisy of the NFL. But I'm going to tell you, man, it's entertaining. People are watching it. But they got to watch themselves because they got some really bad teams that are really unwatchable. I mean, dude, the Jets, the Texans, the Raiders are falling into that boat. And you got the Jaguars. They're bad, real bad. And
they got shut out yesterday. And the number one pick threw for 4 interceptions for the second time in his career. This is becoming quickly a case. How fast can they ruin Trevor Lawrence?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you put a rookie quarterback with a rookie coach. You can't do that, dude. It does not work. They need experience. They need reps. They need guidance, dude. And rookie do not work good together in the NFL. That
was a great point. So wrapping up our football portion of the cast, we got 5 minutes until our 2-minute warning, Chad. You were sharing with me some more F1 racing stuff. Woo! Do tell the crowd, have you been spending your weekends in Chile attending said events? Is this a popular thing on television? No, Where are you picking this up?
No. I am picking this up, dude. I look at the macro picture of things. I look at what sports are attended, how many people are watching them, what eyeballs are on them, you go on Twitter, dude, and you look at what people are talking about. And dude, worldwide, man, it's F1 is becoming number one. And they had a race yesterday that was one of the epitomes of the season, and it was out of control, dude. The last lap, dude, there was some controversy. You always need good controversy, dude. And these guys are freaking out of their mind driving as fast as they are, turning left and right. Thank you, NASCAR. And actually with skills and with a wide audience. And that's what I find most interesting, dude, because I think it's picking up some serious steam from people in your generation and below. This is key because this is what, here it is, Major League Baseball is not doing. And this is the problem with the average age of sports. Who has the average age of the fan? The highest is Major League Baseball. The lowest? F1 is very close to tennis and others. So watch out for this coming up, dude. They're getting 200,000 people per weekend, bro. In Saturday and Sunday. And then the viewership is getting out of control too. So, and not only that, they're like hip people, man. They're the racers are freaking very like approachable, and I just see it as an up and coming race sport, dude. You know, I mean, you know, it's fun to watch for a little bit. You know, I don't watch the whole thing, but hey, I go where the eyeballs are going, and I want to check this out, and it is freaking pretty fascinating. It's kind of like you wait, you know, like an NBA Finals, you wait till game 5, 6 to turn it on. Okay. Same thing in the last lap of the F1, you know, last 10 laps. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's watch it. You know, pretty sweet.
Well, I got to say, when you were talking about the age demographics that watch sports, I got to have a feeling that UFC/combat sports has to be one of the lower age demographic ones. A younger sport, younger athletes, and obviously the testosterone and the machismo, the thrill of knocking your opponent out, probably bountiful in younger men, right? And women. But what I'm saying is the younger 20-somethings are watching UFC fights. Yeah. Where the older crowd would be.
Dude, seriously, are not watching baseball. They're not watching basketball like they used to. They're not watching NFL like they used to. They are watching MMA, UFC, esports. They're watching
for sure.
F1. Okay, this is the future of sports, dude, on a broader level because they're more worldwide accessible, dude.
Absolutely. And you see different disciplines in combat sports, right? Remember UFC's original inception? It had a guy that looked like a janitor facing a guy that was like an actual black belt karate, or maybe it was like a heavyweight dude against a rock climber. I don't know. They basically just had like styles make fights, but to the extreme. And this was a lot of backyard brawlers, right? These days, a lot more tuned in, dialed in. These guys all come from different countries all around the world. And just some quick news. Over the weekend, Dustin Poirier was upset, I believe, by Charles Oliveira. Confirmed it with Bruce. This was a pretty big match. And Oliveira, I believe, won his 13th straight match by submission. So don't get in the way of that, dude. Let me just say that.
I don't want to fight anyone that wins 13 in a row by submission, dude.
No.
I'm out of that fight. I'm out.
As soon as I study up his 13 different holds that would take me out, he's gonna slug me one across the jaw with his left. So yeah, no thank you. And also Amanda Nunes, one of the greatest to do it of all time, she also won by submission. So there's your UFC news.
Oh yeah, she's a badass. She's a badass, dude.
A certified badass.
Yeah. Right. No choking. I'm not getting in the ring. I don't want to be. No choking out Chooch, dude. No good.
No choking out Chooch. Yet to be done on this show. Yet to be done outside of this show. I doubt I'll ever get.
Even though there's some people that probably want to, but you got to come find me.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. Well, Chad, we got our 2-minute warning officially in effect.
Excellent.
I don't have a whistle to blow, but before the show, Chad gave us the challenge, the task of let's do a 40-minute cast, cut it out, and move on to Thursday. So we're going to stick with that. Chad, any farewell thoughts, anything the listeners should know going on in your life?
No, man. Well, what's going on in my life, dude? I'm living a great life down here in the south of the equator, brother. And it's good stuff, dude. Good weather and meeting all kinds of great people. Oh, I told you about the baseball that I saw yesterday, of course. And getting a Bitcoin meetup going down here in Chile, dude. Check that out, bro. So been spreading the word, man, and getting some people some Bitcoin wallet signups, dude. So that's kind of fun, dude, to get people involved into looking at a different way of looking at life, dude. And I enjoy that kind of thing.
Well, how about the first ever Colo Colo coin? Could you maybe pull that together?
Dude,
first Chilean coin.
We definitely need to coin that Colo Colo, dude. Yes. Yeah. Culo Culo.
Right. Is it Culo Culo? No, that's what I said the other time. It's Colo Colo.
As my brother so eloquently put it, it is actually Colo Colo, not Culo Culo, bro.
Thank you very much. Yes, we need to clean that up between the Mexican Spanish, the Chilean Spanish, all the Spanishes.
Yes,
so
all that stuff, dude. No worries. Right on, man. What do you got for us, dude, man? Hey, dude, this has been great, dude.
You're trying to blow it, dude. You're trying to blow it. You're trying to get me over 40 minutes. That's what you're doing to me. So we will say, bon voyage, adios. Till the next time, fans. Hasta luego. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of MisippBROs.
See you Thursday.
We will see you Thursday.